Hey guys, this is Doc and Bean,
I'm Doc, she's Bean.
and we talk all things travel. We're an adventurous couple that explores the world hand in hand. With over 2 decades of experience, you'll get to see our journey plus exclusive interviews, the latest travel tips and tricks. So stick around because our passion for travel is contagious. Guys, and welcome back to another video. Are you planning a trip to Chiang Mai? Well, don't get on that plane without watching this ultimate Chiang Mai travel guide. From navigating the airport to uncovering the best street food, we've got you covered. Discover insider tips on must-visit temples, explore hidden gems, and learn the easiest ways to get around this charming city. Whether you're a foodie craving authentic Thai cuisine or an adventure seeker ready to explore elephant sanctuaries and lush mountains, this guide has everything you need for the perfect trip.
So,
Yes,
this is Chiang Mai,
Chiang Mai.
one of our favorite places.
I know. It seems like we say that all the time, but
But this is one of
yeah,
our favorite
yeah.
places. And I think people wouldn't know that Chiang Mai, you would think Thailand is cheap in general, but Chiang Mai is really cheap compared to Bangkok and really, really cheap compared to Phuket.
Mhm.
So, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's start out with the best time to visit.
So the best time to visit is November to February. This is a dry season and it's considered the best time to visit Chiang Mai. The weather is cool and dry with clear skies and temperatures ranging from 59 degrees to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Making it ideal for outdoor activities. However, this is also the most popular time for tourists. So the prices are going to be higher and you're going to be fighting crowds, you know. And Chiang Mai is not that crowded, but it's still more crowded and touristy around that time. Around this time, you can look forward to like the Yipeng or the Loy Krathong Festival, which is like it's a traditional thing they make, and we made one when we was in Phuket. So that's when the festival. They also have a flower festival around that time in February. So
Okay, second best time to visit.
is the hot season, March to May, right? With temperatures reaching 86 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So make sure you like the heat. This is also when Songkran Festival is, right? That's the water festival. Tons of fun if you want to go then. Thailand's 3-day water festival, celebrating their new year. Some travelers, though, prefer this time because it has clear skies, it's fewer rain, and, you know, less tourists. So,
Okay, let's talk about something people might not know, and that's the burning season. What is the
yeah.
burning season in
Yeah.
Chiang Mai?
So the burning season is typically around late January to April, but it peaks in March, right? And it results in just heavy air pollution from agricultural burning, and it affects visibility, health. So it's best to avoid during this period. But that's up to you.
Okay, the next time, rainy season, not so good.
Yeah, that's June to October, right? With heavier rainfall and occasional thunderstorms and temperatures around 75 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. This is when, though, the waterfalls are the most impressive, and the rain typically falls in short bursts, followed by sunshine. So that's definitely up to you if you can just deal with a little bit of rain, you know, walk with an umbrella or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
and pro tip.
Pro tip. So May to June, the summer has ended and it's just before the busy Western, you know, school holiday, July to August, when more people are going to go. So you might have a better time than we usually go in June. I think we went there 2 or 3 times in June.
Right.
And then September to October is the end of the rainy season and just before the tourist high season. So that's a good time to go as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about arriving in Chiang Mai. Usually, if you're coming from the US, you may have around 24-hour travel, complete whole travel time. And you'll be getting to Chiang Mai's airport, international airport, which is CNX.
Yeah. And it's a pretty decent airport. I mean, it's not extravagant, but it does what it's supposed to do, right? And it's a little under 2 miles from the city center where most people stay or where you would want to go. So it's convenient and it's well connected. Yeah.
So next is let's talk about visas. How do I stay? How do I stay? For U.S. travelers, you do get in Thailand, you get 60 days up from 30, but you get 60 days visa on arrival, which means you don't have to fill out any visa forms. Americans get an automatic visa if you're coming to Thailand, up to 60
Yeah.
days.
And so you can, I guess, apply for multiple entry visas, and that cost is about $50 to $60 for, the extension. It usually takes 1 to 3 business days. So,
All right. SIM cards
yeah.
at the airport.
So when you get to the airport, you want to stay connected, right? Not everyone gets SIM cards at the airport, but I prefer it. So the price range for the SIM card is between $5 and $15, depending on your length of stay. They have providers like AIS, TrueMove, DTAC. You can easily purchase them once you leave customs. You just go to the International Arrivals Hall and you'll see the booths. Just double check the hours if you're coming in on a late flight or an early flight, because they're usually open between 7 and 10. But you have options, an 8-day, 15-day, 30-day, whatever works for you. You can also get an eSIM before you even get there. That's always convenient for people. But one thing you have to remember is your phone do have to be unlocked. So either get like a little cheap phone or just call your phone provider and make sure that your phone is unlocked.
Also, you can get a SIM card at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, you can get it outside the airport at the 7-Eleven, the Lotus Markets, or any of the phone stops, or in a mall or something like that. Yeah, you definitely can get it there. And then once you have your phone, make sure you download WhatsApp, right? It's commonly used by locals, businesses. You can keep in contact with people back home, but I like it for communication because a lot of people in Thailand use it.
Okay, and in case you need it, what are the emergency numbers, the police, the ambulance?
Yeah, so to contact the police in Thailand, it's 191. And for the ambulance services, it's 1554.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about money, the exchange of money and going to the ATM.
Yeah. So at the airport, you can exchange a little bit of money if you want. We always do, just to have a little cash in your pocket, right? Make sure to have crisp new bills. They don't accept any old or ripped bills. So, and many private exchange booths offer competitive rates. So you just really have to shop around. The best exchanges, though, in Chiang Mai is Mr. Pierre, Smart Chiang Mai, Super Money, Sakol is a good one too. And if you're doing this outside of the airport, just make sure you have your passport. You're going to need that. Yeah. Also for the SIM card, you will need a passport.
ATMs.
ATMs. ATMs are widely, available, but they often charge a fee if you're withdrawing cash. It's typically cheaper. Like it depends. You can use a foreign card, like foreign credit card transactions. Some cards don't have any transaction fees. So then depending on what you're buying, it's easier to just use your card. But the ATM fees, Aeon Bank ATM gives you the lowest at 150 baht, which is like, what, $3?
4.
Yeah. So, yeah, and those are located everywhere, including like the malls. Citibank is another good one that give a competitive rate. So, yeah, and if you have a Citibank card, it'll be free for you. So, yeah.
Yeah, and the current exchange rate for US dollar to Thai baht is $1 to 34 to 35 Thai baht.
Yeah. And once you make sure you download a currency converter as well. That always helps, so that way you have access to what the current rate is, so you can shop better. And even talking to the people on the street, what the rate is and how to convert the money and how much you actually owe.
All right.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
A card with no international fees, like a Capital One Venture card, I have that, is usually cheaper than withdrawing cash from the ATM or exchanging money. So if you can, pay for it with your credit cards, that's a better way to go. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about transportation from the airport. How do I get to my hotel? Airbnb.
Yeah. So transportation from the airport is pretty simple because Chiang Mai's International Airport is only about 10 to 15 minutes away from like center city.
Mhm.
So you can take a taxi, take one of the prepaid taxis at the counter before you exit the arrival halls. Once here, you have two types of options. You can get a fixed taxi price or a meter taxi, but they're about the same price, 150 baht or 45 USD. You know, you can get ride sharing apps. They have Grab, Bolt. That's about 120 to 200 baht. You know, going into like the city center. Bolt, it's also an option, and that's usually cheaper than Grab. You can also do a private transfer. You can pre-book one of those online before you get there. That starts at 3 to 500 baht, maybe 8 to 15 US dollars.
Actually, like the best.
Yeah, because it's just convenient, you know, efficient. They have the airport bus. Now, this is the most cost-efficient way. The RTC, it connects the airport to various city areas, including Old City, Nimen, and, you know, more. And that can cost like 20 to 40 baht. It's under $1, you know, USD, and it operates from 6 in the morning to 10:30 at night. And it usually takes about 20 minutes. Yeah.
It can take a shuttle.
Yeah, you know what?
A
So,
hotel shuttle.
yeah, call your hotel and see if they offer a shuttle, what the prices is, or some of them might offer free shuttle. So, you know, definitely do that. That might save you some money.
Okay. So where do I stay in Chiang Mai?
Yeah.
Where should I stay?
Man, Chiang Mai just has a vibe. It has a vibe. It's kind of very reminiscent of Bali with the whole Zen. Yeah, the whole Zen feel, right? So you can stay in Old City, right? This is ideal for first-time visitors. The Old City is packed with historic temples, local markets, and cafes. It's also within walking distance from many of the attractions, so you can literally walk everywhere. We walked everywhere in the city. Yeah. Also Nimen, right? This is known to be like a trendy vibe, hip type of area, you know, perfect for like digital nomads and foodies. It's full of chic cafes, co-working spaces, and boutique shops. So that's a good area. Yeah, it was.
Night Bazaar area?
Yeah, so the Night Bazaar area is very happening. So it's a great spot for shopping, nightlife enthusiasts. You know, it's lively. It offers a convenient access to restaurants and the famous Night Bazaar. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Riverside area.
Yeah. So this is like a tranquil area, right? With scenic views of the Ping River. It's perfect for couples or those seeking just a quieter experience. Yeah.
Hey guys, if you're loving all the tips in this video, we've got something special for your Chiang Mai adventure. Planning your trip can feel overwhelming, but we've made it easy with our custom Chiang Mai guide. It's packed with insider travel tips, the best temples, hidden cafes, and must-try experiences, all with clickable links to make planning a breeze. Don't miss out. Grab your guide from the link in the description and make your dream Chiang Mai trip unforgettable. Now back to the video.
So let's talk about accommodations.
Yeah. And it's Thailand. So you have a range of accommodation. To me, most of them is affordable, whatever you're looking for. So hostels, which is like a dormitory style, where it's like you can have your own private room or you can share a room. Most backpackers and solo travelers stay here. And it includes like free Wi-Fi, you know, shared kitchen and social spaces. That's usually about $6 to $15 a night. There's also mid-range hotels.
Right.
And like boutique accommodations. They have a lot of those there. That could cost you like 23 to 43 per night. And they usually have like swimming pools, complimentary breakfasts, and they're in better locations like Old City and Nimen. Yeah.
And luxury.
If you know you got that money and you trying to do Chiang Mai big, then you can stay in the luxury resorts. You know, that's about 50 to 150 per night. So yeah, and just keep in mind the seasonal fluctuations for, you know, the hotels. Like prices do change depending on the season. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about getting around Chiang Mai. How do I get around? Like I said, it was a walkable city.
Yeah, it's so walkable. We didn't really get into like the taxi or the tuk-tuks much. We took the Songhathus a lot of places, like to go to Nimen Road. So we did do that, but it's very walkable. And the best thing about that is free, you know, but you see so many temples, markets, restaurants, everything is close to each other. So yeah.
Taxi.
Taxis. To get around the city, it could be like $8 to $24 in a taxi for short trips. To me, this is the most expensive way, but you know, I would try not to get into a taxi. There's so many other options. Yeah,
Like.
a Grab car, the Grab bike. You can either order food on a Grab if you don't feel like leaving your hotel, right? For short trips, it'll be about 50 to 100 baht, $1 to $5. For longer trips, it'll be about 150 to 400 baht, depending on where you're going, or like airport transfers or something like that, like we just talked about. Bolt is also, pretty popular, and it's cheaper than Grab if you want to go that way, like 20 to 30% cheaper. So. Yeah. There's also InDriver, which allows passengers to negotiate the fare directly with the drivers, and that's good for budget
And
travelers.
InDriver is new.
Yeah.
Pretty new. Pretty.
Yeah. So, and then the Songathus, which is where we took, if we had to go somewhere,
in Chiang Mai most of the time.
and which is like it's red covered pickup trucks, and you spend $1 to $2, 30 to 60 baht to go, different places around the city. But they have fixed routes, but it's the local way to travel. You just flag them down, verify the location you're going to, how much. And then you're on your way. And you can hire these for private tours, like half-day tours or full-day tours as well. And that'll be about 400 to 800 baht, like 10 to 25 USD. So
and like we said earlier, the famous tuk-tuk.
Yeah, you can get in a tuk-tuk. Just negotiate, and then, because those could be, like, I would say between $2 to $5, depending on where you're going again. Yeah.
Let's talk about Chiang Mai's food scene. We talk about Thailand's food scene, but the different cities have a little bit different cuisine.
Yeah.
So Chiang Mai's food scene.
Chiang Mai's food scene. So you'll get, like, what you get all over Thailand, like the rotis, the satays, pad thai, mango sticky rice. But what is specific to Chiang Mai is khao soi, right? Khao soi is a creamy coconut curry soup that you must try. I mean, this is delicious.
That's your favorite?
Mastermind is my favorite, but khao soi is like, it depends. It can change up. And then they have that northern Thai sausage. Like, we saw it everywhere, and it looks so good. And it's a pork sausage seasoned with like lemongrass, chili, a lot of other herbs. As soon as they cut it open, you see all the herbs in it.
You smell it first.
Yes, it's so good. And then they have nam prik ong, right? And that's like a chili dip made from tomatoes, minced pork, and a chili paste. So, yeah. And they also have a pork curry, and it's mildly spiced with garlic, ginger, tamarind. And it's known for its rich, tangy flavor. Yeah. Gang Hang Lei is the name of that, but northern pork curry. Yeah. And also the Kanam Jin Nam Nyao. Man, that came out good, didn't it? I hope I said it right because it sounded good. It's a northern-style rice noodle dish in a tangy tomato-based broth, with dried chilies. You know how they do. Listen, I think everything Thai's cook tastes good. Like, I really haven't had a bad meal in Thailand or tasted. Maybe it's just the way, like, that person cooked it, but the food is top-notch. I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you go to like the street food stalls or meals, it'll cost you about 30 to 70 baht, $1 to $2 max. You can go to a mid-range restaurant, expect to pay like 150 to 300 baht, 4 to 9 USD, per dish. And if you want to go a little upscale, nice fine dining, that'll cost you about 11 to 28 USD. That's luxury right there. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about markets, because markets is a Thailand thing, probably a Asian thing overall. But Chiang Mai has good markets too.
Yeah, they a ton of markets. We didn't even get close to seeing all of them, and we were going to them every day, in and out of the city. So the most popular one of the most popular one is Waterfall Market, and it has like fresh produce, clothing, souvenirs. It's pretty big and popular with locals and visitors. So and then Tam Lamai Market. right? And we went to these. Sometimes we didn't even know some of the names. I'm looking
Right.
at the pictures. I'm like, oh man, yeah, we was here. We
Yeah,
was
we
here.
just go to every market.
So that's located to the water market, and it's has fresh flowers, an array of local goods, and the flowers are beautiful. I remember walking by it with our tour guide. Moi Mang Market, and that's a wholesale market. It's ideal for like fresh fruits and vegetables, you know, especially if you're staying in Chiang Mai for a while, you go shop there because the prices are great. Some Pet Market, that's a smaller market, right? Catering to tourists more, and locals too, but they offer fresh produce and prepared foods.
So they have night markets too. A day market, you gotta have a night market.
But the night markets are popping in Chiang Mai. The night bazaar is the number one where everyone goes to, right? It's well known, featuring handmade crafts, souvenirs, food stalls. Yeah, it's a must visit for first timers. We went there a few nights in a row. We would go visit one and then come back to the night bazaar.
Yeah.
The Saturday night market, which they call Walking Street, and it's located at Wulai Road, and it offers arts, crafts, and delicious street food. And it's pretty long. That the walking street, and also the Sunday night market.
Right.
So you have something to do Saturday and Sunday. And it's the Taipei Walk-in Street, one of the largest markets in Chiang Mai, stretching through the all of Old City with foods, crafts, and live performances. So yeah.
Right.
And then you also have the Chang Pak Gate Night Market. And this is famous for its street food and including the popular cowgirl food stall. You know, you gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next is you're in Asia, Thailand. Temples are a big thing. So tell us about the temple.
There's around like 300 temples in and around Chiang Mai, reflecting the city's deep Buddhist traditions. We can probably do a whole video on just temples. These temples not only serve as places of worship, but are also important cultural and historical landmarks. Just be mindful of the cultural etiquette, dress modestly when visiting these temples, remove your shoes when entering people's homes. The good news is that some are free and usually under like 40 baht, under $1 USD. So the main one is most popular, most iconic is Doi Sutep. And it's on the Doi Sutep Mountain. It offers spectacular views of the city, and the history is really, you know, the story behind it. It's about a golden shetty and, you know, the legend of the white elephant. But we do have a video on that when we walked up, because it is challenging, the steps. I forgot how many steps they have, but it's
a lot of steps.
Yeah, and it's about 40 minutes outside of the city, so you have to arrange transport. But yeah, check out that video if you want to see us struggle a little bit up there.
All right. Let's talk about things to do. Like Chiang Mai, there's a lot to do in Chiang Mai. Talk about the festivals.
Yeah. Songkran festivals. I always say I have to experience that. Like, I really have to experience this festival. It seems like so much fun. And then that's the water festival for the new year. They have a flower festival in February, and also the a lantern festival in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something we like, things to do. Something we like was the Sticky Falls. I like that a lot.
Yeah. The Sticky Falls, it's just serene. It's called the Buatong Waterfall, and it's a unique natural attraction because it has sticky limestones which allow visitors to climb the waterfall without slipping. Good news is the entrance is free. You just have to pay for transport to get there, and I would say bring your own bag of snacks. But we have a video on that too if you want to check that out.
Definitely do that.
Yeah.
And the Karen Long Neck.
Yeah, this can be a little controversial, right? It's famous for the women who wear a brass neck rings, which give them the appearance of having elongated necks. You can go and learn about the Cayenne culture and interact with the villagers. You can support them by purchasing their handmade crafts, textiles, and jewelry. The entrance is about 500 baht.
We did this, and we hired a driver, right?
Yeah, and he did everything in one day for us. Like we went to Doi Sutep, the Sticky Falls, and the Karen Village for a little over 100 USD. So I customized it to what we wanted to. Yeah.
Next, under things to do, still was something we did.
Yeah.
You can eat with a local Thai family. The Thai family will cook dinner, and you go to their house, their primary residence. You go to their house and you eat dinner with them. One of my favorite things to do.
Yes, that was amazing. So we went to P's home. She had a traditional teak home surrounded by gardens. Her son came and picked us up, and we spent some time with his wife and even the little dog. But it was the most authentic experience you can have. And they picked us up right at the hotel. You know, as I said, the experience was amazing. You can actually do a cooking experience or just sit down and chat. And that's what we did. We did cooking classes before, so we just wanted to sit down with the family and chat and talk about, you know, cultures and exchange stories. So that was really amazing. And the price for that was between $40 and $80, and that's just based on if you just want to sit and chat or if you want to actually cook, because their house is beautiful and it's huge. So I booked it. Let's talk about this site for a second. Not many people talk about this, Traveling Spoon.
This is where we booked.
Yes. And this site connects travelers with local hosts worldwide, giving you a unique culinary experience, right? It offers activities like home cooked meals and cooking classes, and it's in over 200 countries. When I found out about this, I was like, man, why don't more people know about this? So this is not sponsored or anything yet. I wish. But I just like the site, and I thought it was something neat to share. Yeah.
Okay, next you can take a river cruise.
Yeah, along the Maiping River. And it's about 2 hours, right? And you see the teak houses. You can stop at a local farmer's house. We had meals there. They had juices, like fresh juices. And they pick you up at your hotel as well. That was 500 to 600 baht, $15 to $20. But yeah, and we have a video on that too.
Yeah. Got videos on everything.
Yeah.
So next you can zip line. We did. It's really, really, really high. She likes to be really high.
Yeah.
So we zip line.
This was one of the best zip lines I did. I think this goes hand in hand with Honduras for me, because I like, if I'm going to zip line, I want to be high. And you are in the jungles of Chiang Mai. Remember that truck? We had a truck, we're going up. It was so long and high. But it's worth it if you like the adventure and, you know, the thrill. And it's about 70 USD per person. It also include round trip transferred. Food was included, and it was honestly one of the best zip lines I've done. Yeah.
And next you can pet tigers, feed tigers, take pictures with tigers. Something we did. It's popular in Asia, tiger being an Asian animal. So it's pretty popular.
Yeah, and Tiger Kingdom is one of the most popular places in Chiang Mai, and they can range you between $50 to $80, depending on your experience. If you want, you know, a baby, an adolescent, if you want the whole family, then, you know, but it ranges depending on the experience you want. Yeah.
Next, you can visit elephant sanctuary. Some we did and like too.
Yes. So, and Chiang Mai has quite a few to choose from. We like the elephant sanctuary, the elephant jungle sanctuary. I just like, you know, did some research on them. So I like that company. That's personal to me. But there is quite a few options in Chiang Mai, you know, and you get to feed them, walk them, you know, shower them and stuff. So, and depending on the experience you want, it could be between 20 and 150 USD. Some of them have overnight experiences. Yeah, depending on what you want.
Okay. Next.
I wanted to do this, a hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon.
Yes, because I found it when we were going, but it just was not in our budget. But I didn't even know you can do this there. And there's quite a few companies that offer this, and it ranges between 300 to 500. So I just wanted to put that out there.
And this is for about 30 minutes. Maybe.
No, I think it's probably like around 30 to 45 minutes.
Oh, we'll put it up.
Yeah.
see how long it is.
Yeah.
And next, you are in Asia, so you can get a massage and a good one probably almost anywhere
Yeah.
in Asia. But Chiang Mai has good massages too.
Yeah. So it depends what your ambiance, which you want to be. You just want a massage and you can get a good one at a local shop, 200 to 400 baht, 7 to 12 USD for an hour. Or you can go to the mid-range spa, which is a little more upscale. They may charge between 500 to 1,000 baht, 14 to $28. Or you can go to a luxury spa, which is still only about over $1,000, 28 to 40 USD if you want to experience that more in a luxury place. It's nowhere near what you would pay here for that luxury experience, and definitely get the traditional Thai massage where they use like the herbal compress. We got ours at Falana Spa. That's a popular place. They have quite a few places in Chiang Mai. Yeah, but this is, still just scratching the surface of what you can do in Chiang Mai. I
There's a
mean,
lot to do.
ATVs, bamboo river rafting, bungee jumping, rock climbing, a bunch. So
Okay. I think that was it, right?
that was it. So if you are heading to Chiang Mai and don't want to think or plan anything, we got you covered. A 7-day, fully planned itinerary. It's packed with the best activities, dining spots, hidden gems to make your trip unforgettable. The link is in the description. And thanks for joining us today. If you've got a favorite Chiang Mai experience, I'd love to hear about it. We'd love to hear about it. Comment below. And if you're looking for more travel inspiration, be sure to check us out, And yeah. See you guys.
All right, peace.